Hey everyone, welcome to this 20-minute full body stretch. This yoga class is perfect to add into your daily routine for helping your mind and body to wake up in the morning and to help you feel your best for the rest of the day. All you need for this practice is yourself and something soft below you. So with that, let's get started. Joining me in a seated position in the center of your mat. Legs are crossed underneath you. Hands are resting on your knees. Grounding yourself into the space. Slowly close down your eyes and take a deep breath. Inhale as much as you can and let it go. Taking one last deep breath, filling your lungs all the way up and let it out. Opening your eyes, lifting both of your arms up, folding over to the right. Right palm is on the mat, left arm reaches up and over. Hold and switch sides. Keep on moving with your breath and flow side to side here. Each time extending through that top arm a little bit more to feel the stretch deeper in your side. Coming back to the center, reach both arms all the way up, twist to the right, and lower both arms down. Keeping your spine straight, inhale, and let go. Switching sides, reach back up, and turn to the left. Take a deep breath, and come back to center. Coming onto all fours, shoulders are over your wrists, hips are over your knees. Flowing through some cat-cows, arch your head all the way up, release your belly towards the mat. Exhale and tuck your chin to your chest and press your back and your shoulder blades all the way towards the sky. Flowing through this movement a couple more times. Coming to neutral spine, sit your hips back and lower it all the way down into child's pose. Forehead is resting on the mat. You can keep your knees together here or keep them wide to get a deeper stretch in those hips. Coming back up onto all fours. Reach your left arm into the sky. Lower it down and thread it through your right arm. Your left shoulder is resting on the mat, keeping your hips in the air. And breathe into the stretch. Switching sides. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Thread it all the way through. Resting your shoulder on the mat. You should be feeling a really good stretch in your right shoulder blade. Straighten your arms and come back up onto your palms. Tucking your toes and push down into your first downward dog. Deeply walk those feet out here. With us bringing the first downward dog of the practice, you're going to feel pretty tight. So just take a moment to breathe here and release any tension that you feel building up in your legs. Straightening both legs. Right leg reaches towards the sky. Take a breath, bend your leg, and pull it all the way through to the front of the mat. Releasing that left leg and untucking that foot. Get comfortable here. Take a gentle arch back, releasing your neck. Hold for a moment. And release all the way down. Tap into your breath and hold here for a moment. Walking your hands back up. Right leg flows back into the air, coming into three-legged dog. Deep bend in that right leg. Open up those hips. And release back down. Walking your hands towards your feet. Deep bend in your knees. Halfway fold. Release. And rise all the way up. Coming back down into plank. Release your knees onto the mat. Lower your chest down. And come into cobra. Chest reaches up. Release your neck. And come back into downward dog. This time reaching your left foot up into the sky. Bending it and pulling it all the way towards the front of the mat. Lower down onto your legs. Gently release that head back. Hold for a moment. And fold all the way forward, releasing your forehead onto the mat. Hold here and breathe. Pushing back up onto your forearms. Left leg reaches towards the sky. Deep bend. Open that hip. And release into downward dog. Again, walking those hands back towards your feet. Halfway fold. Deep bend in those knees. Reach your torso and arms all the way up. Left arm grasps your right wrist. Right leg steps behind your left. Coming into a deep side stretch. Breathe. And release back towards center. Right arm grabs that left wrist. Left leg steps behind your right. And arch to the other side. Slowly release back towards center. Fold all the way down. Walk your hands back out into plank. And lower down through your first chaturanga. Pressing that chest forward. Head falls back. And push your hips back into downward dog. Breathing here for a moment, pushing back into those legs. Notice if you can get a little deeper than you did the first time. Right leg flows up towards the sky. Pull it all the way forward. Place your foot on the outside of the mat. Lower your left leg down. Untuck that foot and come down into your forearms. Allow that right leg to fall out to the side as much as is needed to get deeper into this stretch. Hold here and breathe. Slowly walk back up onto your hands and push your hips back into downward dog. Reaching that right leg up as high as you can. Release. And switch legs. Left leg reaches all the way up. Pull all the way to the front, releasing your foot down onto the mat. And lower your body all the way down. Try to make sure that your hips are both pointing forward here and that you're allowing that left leg to fall open as much as it can to get a deeper stretch. Gently walk back up onto your arms. Flow that left leg back into the air. Lower down and come through your chaturanga, releasing your upper body all the way down to the mat. Gentle arch. Release and come into downward dog. Right leg flows back into the sky. Pull all the way forward, placing your foot on the center of the mat. Coming up into warrior one. Deep bend in that right leg. Arms are straight up. Hold here for a breath. Straighten that right leg and do some gentle pulses here. Lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And open up into warrior 2. Arms are out towards the side and reach your body over to the right. Right elbow is resting on your right knee. Left arm is reaching up and over. Hold here and breathe. Flow back to center. Tiptoe those feet so that they are facing the back of the mat, slightly turned out, and lower your upper body all the way down to the mat. Holding here. Taking a few breaths. Deep bend in that right knee. Lower your hips as close to the mat as you can and bring your hands to prayer position. You should be really feeling this stretch in your inner thigh on your left leg. Holding here. Take a breath and switch sides. Deep bend in that left knee. Sit as far down as you can. You may notice that one side is a little bit more loose than the other, and that's totally normal. Just move to wherever you can feel comfortable and breathe. On your next inhale, turn your hips towards the back of the mat, stepping onto that left leg. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight. Lift those arms all the way up above you, coming up into warrior one, holding this deep lunge position on at the left side. And pulse for 5. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Holding that deep bend in your left knee, and open up into Warrior 2. And rest your left elbow onto your left knee, flowing that right arm all the way up and over. Holding here. And release. Arms come back towards center, straighten that left leg, and rotate all the way over to your right leg. Step back into plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Release your chest and neck at the top. And push back down into downward dog. We're going to do that same flow again, but a little bit faster so that we can get our body moving and get that energy flowing for the rest of our day. So stepping that right leg towards the front of the mat, deep bend in that knee, arms flow up, and twist into Warrior 2. Right elbow folds down onto that knee, left arm flows up and over. Come back towards center, adjust your feet towards the back of the mat, and sit all the way down into that right leg. On your next inhale, switch sides. Hold here for a moment. Come on to that lunge on the left side. Rise all the way up. Flow into Warrior 2. Deep bend in that left leg. Release your left elbow down onto that knee. Right arm flows up and over. Come back to center. Straighten your legs and flow all the way over into a lunge on the right side. Stepping that leg back. Lower down through chaturanga. And take a breath. Come into downward dog. Pick up that right leg, folding it underneath your body, lowering your foot down onto the mat. Both legs are straight. Right palm stays on the mat. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. This is a really good stretch for your ACL. Hold this pose for a moment. And release. Left arm reaches back down. Push back into that downward dog and switch legs. Release that left foot flat onto the mat. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And release. Push back into that downward dog. Come through your chaturanga. Flowing through your cobra. Chest reaches up. Lower your hips to the mat and release into child pose. Forehead rests on the mat and take a few deep breaths here. Slowly coming back onto all fours, step those legs through and come into a seated position in the middle of your mat. Flow your arms out and up over your head. Hands come into prayer. Take another deep breath as you flow those arms out and up. Rest your hands with your palms facing up on the top of your knees. Close down your eyes and take one final deep breath. And let it go. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat today. Please like and subscribe these videos so that I know that you guys are here. And if you have any requests as to what you guys want to see next, please let me know in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.